Hey everybody, welcome to Unit 1, our first unit of the course, and let's get right to it. Do you like to be right? Or are you like a crime scene detective that follows the evidence before deciding, what really happened here? Research is fundamentally performed because we have questions that are begging for answers, but knowing how to ask the right questions in the first place, and sometimes being suspicious of the answers we think we found, is absolutely crucial in getting to the, quote, truth. Have you ever read about a study in psychology and been initially wowed by the results, but then you learned about what was actually done in the study? For example, rats were studied to infer something profound about human beings, and you felt the study didn't really capture anything essential about human behavior after all. Or maybe the results of the study were deeply flawed, you felt, because participants likely had guessed what the researcher was, quote, looking for, and we end up with just a bunch of fake behavior. Research is very much about planning ahead and building the, quote, best mousetrap to capture the truth about behavior. But despite the best of plans, there's a multitude of issues that can go wrong. In fact, I will advise you now, and it may surprise you to learn, that a good deal of what you will learn about in this course is going to be about how to avoid doing bad research. I mean, who wants to clean up a mess when it could have been avoided in the first place, right? And what about this? Do you sometimes wonder how researchers get away with tricking participants into believing things about events that occur in a study that really aren't true? I mean, doesn't anyone protect participants? And isn't it true sometimes that even researchers lie about what they really found in a study? I mean, researchers are pledged to be responsible and ethical to those who participate in research and to be honest about the evidence that's obtained during that research process. Now, we're going to go ahead and, quote, drill down in this first unit and examine these questions and related issues in depth as we proceed through our first 3 chapters. Now, what's the payoff for you to learn the material in this unit here? Well, first of all, the content of Unit 1 has some extremely important nuggets of information that act as what I always call table setting for the rest of our course, especially the information we're going to cover in chapters 1 and 3. You're going to see these unit issues revisited quite often as we progress through the rest of our course, and as part of every remaining chapter, actually. So thus, your investment in mastering this unit material, or at least, keeping it on your radar as we proceed through our course, should pay off handsomely for you down the road. And what's more here, if you plan on a career in psychology, either as a therapist or an instructor or maybe even a researcher, you need to know this information about the basic principles of doing good research, as it'll make you a better equipped practitioner of our science. And even if you don't plan on a career in psychology, it'll make you a better consumer of psychology if you need to make decisions about the worthiness of study findings to influence your own life. Now, I know all of this sounds lofty, but trust me, by the time this course is over, you will have such skills. Now, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get started on our first set of chapters here, so go ahead and get busy.